What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another Wrath of the Lich King Classic video. So just a couple of days ago, we looked at some Ulduar Leaks or some Ulduar Nerfs that were leaked online, and based on some comments from that video, I thought we would do something interesting today, and that is to compare those leaked nerfs to what Ulduar looked like back in the day. So I've been doing some researching, and for some reason it's a little bit difficult to go back in the blue posts and view blue posts that were like pre-Cataclysm or something. So going back and checking out blue posts from OG Wrath is really difficult for some reason, but I managed to pull up a couple of original blue posts talking about Ulduar nerfs back in the day, so we can take a look at some hotfixes for Ulduar, and we can also take a look at some nerfs that came in patch 3.2, which in this case would be our phase 3. So first of all, let's take a look at the leak once again. So here we go, here you can see all the changes, and I'll be comparing some of these changes to the blue post that we have a reference point to here, so we can check out which of these leaks might be true and which of them might be fake, if any of them are fake. Now personally, when I first looked at this, it did look very fake, but the more research I did, the more this looks like it's gonna happen at some point. I don't think it's all gonna come out as one big nerf. I think it's gonna come out in 2 or 3 stages, maybe 3 stages. So let's go through it. First of all, once again, here's all the leaks, and let's take a look at some blue posts. So the first one we have is this one. We are currently in the process of making further difficulty adjustments via hotfix to the following encounters, which is Ignis, Razor Scale, XT, the Assembly of Iron, Kologarn, and Oriaya. This was back at OG Wrath, by the way. This is like a forum from when? 2009, so the April of 2009. It's a long time ago, I'll tell you that for sure, like 14 years, so here we go. Now, this is just them telling us that they are about to do some nerfs, and we have another like actual blue post that talks about the fixes and the nerfs they're implementing. So here we go. First of all, pure Serenite mining nodes have been temporarily disabled inside Ulduar and will return in the future. That one is not really important whatsoever. The next one though is quite important. Let's look at Ignis the Furnace Master. This encounter has received the following changes. The interrupt effect and duration of the damage from Flame Jet has been reduced, the damage from the Slag Pot has been reduced, and the number of heat stacks needed to transform an iron construct into a molten state has also been reduced. Also, the base melee damage done by Ignis has been reduced, and the damage bonus Ignis receives from Strength of the Creator has been slightly increased, so a massive reduction to Ignis here. And if we go over to the supposed leak, this one is very different. This one only has one nerf for Ignis, and that is reducing the health or the HP by 25%, so that one is very different. Next up though, this one is a little bit, this one is very similar to the leak, and that is XT002. So let's take a look at the leak first, XT002. For this one, Tantrum duration has been reduced from 13 to 8 seconds, the health and damage has been reduced by 20%, life sparks no longer cast shock on nearby melee targets, and gravity bomb damage has been reduced by 25%, pull range reduced from 15 to 10 yards. Let's take a look at the blue post. This one reads something very similar. So the XT002 Deconstructor encounter has received the following changes. The duration of Time Panic Tantrum has been reduced, just like the other one. This one doesn't give us a timer though, but the leak said from 13 to 8, so if it's the same here, then there we go. The timer for XT002 to hit Berserk has been increased, giving you more time to fight the boss, and the damage of Light Bomb, as they say right here, has been reduced, and the effect radius of Light Bomb has also been reduced, just like in the leak, and the health of XM024 Pummeler has been reduced, but in the leak the overall health and damage has been reduced instead. Now, all of these nerfs in this blue post came out as a hotfix, pretty much, as a sub-patch. Basically, I think they came out either as a regular in-game hotfix, or they came out as a small mini-patch, like 3.1.2 or something. So it's not like a major patch, and these nerfs did not come when the Trial of the Crusader came out. When Trial of the Crusader came out, aka patch 3.2, which once again would be our phase 3, we got another round of nerfs for Ulduar. We didn't really get that many nerfs though, they were mostly focused on one boss, and that is the Yogg Saron encounter. Okay, so first off, let's read through what came out in patch 3.2 when it comes to Ulduar. So first off, players can now use Blink, Shadow Step and Demonic Teleport while participating in the illusion events in the Yogg Saron encounter. Also, ominous clowns in the Yogg Saron encounter are now more vocal about touching players and should no longer sometimes appear to be in the wrong place for certain players. Basically, an ominous clouds fix. Also, an immortal guardian targeted for empowering shadows in the Yogg Saron encounter will now become a marked immortal guardian while targeted. Crusher tentacles in the Yogg Saron encounter spawn a little slower in 25 player mode, allowing a bit more time for players to clear out the illusion room. Also, empowering shadows in the Yogg Saron encounter now targets a maximum of 3 immortal guardians in 25 player mode. Also, Yogg Saron's health has been reduced by 20% in the final stage of his 25 player mode. So a lot of these changes are only for 25 man, not for 10 man, but still a lot of nerfs right there. Also, Winter Jormungandrs will no longer put everyone in the zone in combat when they emerge from a snow mound. Additionally, snow mounds will now disappear when all their Jormungandrs have emerged. Let's take a look at what actually happened, or what came out with the leak as well, just so we can compare this. So here we go, clouds roaming the room now move significantly slower. So first of all, that one, it's an ominous cloud fix, it's a bit of a nerf, and everything else actually doesn't match up, to be honest. We have the Constrictor tentacles, they have been removed, and we have the Corruptor tentacles that now only have access to 2 schools of magic, and we also have the Crusher tentacle HP and damage that has been reduced by 25%. Brain Link now only persists until the maximum distance to remove the sanity decay has been met, and a few more changes as well, like Immortal Guardians will now spawn less frequently, and their health and damage has been reduced by 25%. A lot of changes that were never really mentioned over here when it came to the patch notes for 3.2, and based on my research so far, a lot of these changes actually never came out, especially for the latter bosses. Like when it comes to Yogg Saron, based on these notes right here, like based on the leak, this fight is going to be crushed to the ground. But some other fights though, they actually sounded very similar to like what happened back in the day, like Ignis for example, and we also have the XT002 fight, which is exactly what happened back in the day. So I'm pretty much expecting some huge nerfs to come to Ulduar at some point, mainly because right now not a lot of people are clearing Ulduar, especially in the hard modes. There's a very small percentage of the actual current active player base that is clearing Ulduar and clearing every single boss on hard mode. It is a very small percentage. And what Blizzard wants here, they probably want as many people as possible to experience the raid they put into the game. And right now we have had Ulduar for 7 weeks, so the people that wanted to experience a challenge, they have been experiencing a challenge. They're probably going to come out with some hotfixes over the next couple of weeks to allow more players to experience Ulduar, and what I'm expecting here is, first of all, we get 1 round of hotfixes and nerfs coming out in 1 or 2 weeks, then we get another round of nerfs coming with the phase 3, and 1 final round of nerfs with phase 4, so when ICC comes out basically. And I also noticed a trend when uploading that video a couple of days ago, like some people are reacting a little bit to these nerfs, saying that Ulduar will be way too easy and way too casual friendly, calling it Naxxramas 2.0, or Ulduar becoming just as easy or even easier than Naxxramas. And let me tell you what, people reacted the exact same way back in 2009 as well, leaving some screenshots on the screen right now of the forums from back in the day, based on the nerfs that came to Ulduar back in OG Wrath as well. Either way, that is pretty much it for today. Just wanted to take one more look at those supposed fake leaks and compare them to what actually happened back in the day, and try to figure out which of the leaks are actually real, because after all, this is just a Discord message. Something could be fake, some things could be real. Either way, it's all speculation, so once again, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching as always, and I'll see you again very soon.